should leave their family home and start their independent life, and at what age is it still socially acceptable to live with your parents in your country? I guess the answer is, where do you live right now? For example, where I am from in Greece, it is so different than where I am living right now, which is USA. I have experienced living in both countries. In USA, I'm living for almost 2 years right now, and in Greece, I lived my whole life. From my personal perspective, I don't want to judge anyone because everybody has their own personal experiences, their financial situation, their family bonds. In general, it's their own life to decide what they want to do, if they still want to live with their parents or in the same building, let's say, as their parents, or in the same home. Let's say the house is big and you have your own roof, your own level. Why I said roof? And you have your own floor. It is your choice, it is your business. Personally, I do not judge and I wouldn't want to be judged at the same time. Generally speaking, in Greece, it is socially acceptable. It is very common to still live with your parents in your early 20s. Let's say you are in college mode and let's say you don't go to a university which is in another city that would require you to rent an apartment or share it with roommates, but let's say you stayed in your city. It is very common and it happened to me. I used to study in Athens and I used to live with my mom in the same apartment. It also applies if you are in your late 20s, if you are in your early 30s, if you are in your late 30s, and of course in your 40s and sometimes even 50s. Then all my friends, all my classmates from university, all my acquaintances, and I used to hang out with people roughly at my age, not much older, they all lived with their parents or with their parent in a family section, let's say, not independently, and this was very common. On the contrary, here in the US, from what I am hearing, it is very common actually to leave your house when you are 18, 19, depends when you go out for college. It is very common here to travel and go to another state to study for college, and you basically have to live independently. It can be either a dorm or it can be a sorority house or a frat house, which is basically a setup where you share a house with your other classmates across the university, or some people just rent and they have roommates. This is very common actually, even in your early 30s or your late 30s, sometimes people can have roommates, and this is how life is here. In Greece, my personal experience was mostly living with my family than not living with my family, but I have an experience where I actually started living by my own at my 27 roughly until my 29 years old, when I actually left to move to United States. How this happened? I used to live at my family apartment all my life, and then my parents separated and I used to live just with my mom and my sister, and then my mom moved out when I was like 26, 27, somewhere there. So it happened on the opposite. Usually the kids leave their parents' apartment and go on their own, but in my case happened the opposite. My mom moved out to live with her partner and I was alone. And it was nice, it was awesome. Definitely you have more responsibilities, definitely you have to take care of the apartment. It was not a rental because it was my family's apartment, but still you have responsibilities. It happened a little late for me than maybe I would want to, but this is how life is. It's difficult for young people to move out in their early 20s, and sometimes it's even difficult to have roommates and share your rent with other people because of the financial situation that the country has. We have low salaries and high rentals. For this video, I checked that today's low wage minimum salary in Greece is around 920 euros per month, and we have 14 salaries there per year. Back in 2019, when I used to be an employee in Greece, the minimum wage was 650 euros per month, which was not the case for me. I used to work full time and my salary was around 500 something because I was below 25 years old. It also was a thing back then. If you are over or below 25 years old, it depends how much you are going to be paid, which is insane. But yes, even today, yes, the salary increased, it's the gross salary, but still it is very difficult to rent on your own with this salary as a minimum wage, because simply the rents in Greece right now are very up to the sky. Sometimes they're 700, sometimes they are 900, sometimes they are over 1,000 euros per month for a reasonable size apartment, not something crazy and not something very tiny like studio apartment. You can still find studio apartments for 300, 400 maybe slightly more, but if you want something better, let's say you want 2 bedrooms instead of 1 bedroom apartment, you will have to pay more. It is very common nowadays that whoever moves out finally from their parents' house, they might be still sharing it with roommates, or let's say they are in a long-term relationship and they share the expenses with their partner. From my 25 years old until my 29 years old, I used to work as a freelancer photographer in Greece, and I was able to do that only because I was living in my family's apartment and I was not renting back then, because if I was renting, then my expenses would be much higher, and to be honest, I would have to find just a full-time job somewhere and maybe have photography on the side, my freelancing photography I mean, and maybe this way it would have been possible, but thankfully, because I didn't have to rent, I was able to actually explore my freelancing path, and I am glad that I was able to do that. And at my 29, I moved to United States to live with my now husband, with whom we were in a long distance relationship while I was living in Greece until my 29. And from my life for about 2 years right now in USA, from what I hear from people's stories, from our friends, I realized that it is even harder here. Yes, I don't want to underestimate how hard it is in Greece to just start living on your own. Here, despite the fact that the salaries are way up and people are gaining way more money than Greek people, in Greece, the rent is up to the sky, to buy a house is up to the sky. As I mentioned, the kids here around 18, 19, they tend to move out. Maybe not everyone right now, like in 2026, but it used to be like that. It is very common for kids, for young adults to move out as early as possible, and they live on their own in their college houses or in dorms or in rentals, sharing with roommates, let's say, and eventually getting a job and proceeding in their career, they are able to just rent on their own or actually buy a home. So in USA, no matter how high are the prices on the property, somehow people actually manage to buy this house. But in Greece, this sounds like an insane, out of this reality dream, let's say, to buy something on your own. It is very, very hard in Greece for the majority of people. Most of the people who own property right now in their 30s or 40s is property inherited from their parents or their grandparents. It used to be very easy back in the day to buy an apartment, buy a building, buy a house in Greece, but right now it is not. But people now inherit what their grandparents built and bought. Basically, people right now rent out these properties to survive. This is like the main source of income that Greek people have. As about judgment, I feel that if you would say here in USA that you still live with your parents and let's say you are 28, people would judge you, I believe. Maybe they wouldn't show you this, but they would in their mind judge you and think, like, what is wrong with you? Why? What happened? Do you have some financial problems, or is any one of your parents sick? Or they would think stuff like that. Definitely, like there has to be a significant reason why you still live with your parents, or why you return, let's say, to your parents. Let's say you moved out and then you came back. It can happen too. In Greece, no, this would not be a thing. It's very normal. Plus, we have very tight family bonds, and it's normal normal to spend time with our families once or twice a week if people are living, let's say, somewhere else. Sunday lunch or dinner with family, it's a non-negotiable in general, I believe, in South Europe, in the Mediterranean, in Italy definitely, in Spain too. I used to live in Spain for 10 months and I have talked to young people like from 20s to 30s, and this is a main thing. They are very tied to their parents too. In Spain, it is easier, I believe, to live on your own because their salaries are higher, and they used to be higher even back then when I used to live there. But they are very attached to their families, and even if they live somewhere else, basically they will spend as much time as they can with their parents throughout the week if they live in the same city. I have a dear friend in Greece who is living by herself, and she's not living that far away from her parents, and they see each other, I believe, maybe twice a week. But she tells me, I miss my parents from the moment that I moved out like several years ago. I miss my parents and I would like to spend more time with them, and this is so sweet and nice. It's a very warm feeling to have this relationship with your parents, and it's such a great thing to be able to actually do that. Unfortunately, I am living so far away right now, and I miss them too a lot, and I wish I could at least see them once a week, for a family dinner or lunch, but it's not possible. I hope in the future I will be able to travel more often to Greece, let's say twice a year at main celebrations, definitely in summer, but I would want also to be able to go in the winter or let's say in spring back to Greece. If I would look as an observer at both paths, in the early independence is that you mature earlier, you can take more responsibilities, you are not that afraid of the world anymore because you have to deal with a lot of stuff, and it's like this is how you become an adult basically. It's not the age 18 that says, okay, now you're an adult. No, it's when you actually start taking responsibilities. But I don't want to bash completely the other side where somebody for whatever reason is still living with their parents. There you have advantages like saving, and you can save your money for your rent in the future, or you're taking care of your parents, or you are helping out with bills. There must be something definitely that you're helping out with if you live with your parents, either taking care of them, either helping with money, either just cooking, like something. You have to do something. Definitely the advantage is that you see your family often, like every day. You can say like later in life that yes, at least I'm grateful for that I was with my parents like as much time as I could. And the downside here is definitely the adulthood, like you haven't been on your own, you haven't experienced life on your own, you don't have your personal space besides your room, let's say, and this is actually what affects personal lives and relationships in Greece. Based on my experience and based on my friends' experience and on my acquaintances, reality check, you cannot bring someone if you live with your parents. You cannot bring them to your house. It is awkward, it is weird, unless you are fully prepared to introduce them to your parents and let's say now they are your relationship. Ask me questions in the comments, feel free to ask whatever you want, maybe suggest a topic for the next video that we can discuss with each other, and I am making these videos for you, so please engage and leave me like something so I know if it's interesting or should I think about something else to chat with you. I am not going to say goodbye right now because the vlog keeps going. Friends, I am about to eat breakfast and I really quick wanted to show you this purple oatmeal. Isn't this very cute? Basically, I made oatmeal with milk and I added strawberries cut in like little cubes, and I just added the blueberries as they are into the oatmeal while it was still cooking, and it gave it this beautiful pink slash purple color. So this is going to be a fun breakfast. I'm not sure if it's really visible to you, I hope it is, that's why I'm standing next to the window right now, but this camera sometimes doesn't really deliver the colors as they are, like my phone would capture it easier, but I hope you can see it. I have here two new products that I want to talk about. I have also some coffee here, but it's not a normal coffee, it's the mushroom coffee, and it looks like cappuccino right now. I love how it tastes. This is not a advertisement, it's not a promotion, it's, I will put it up here, it's strictly again my thoughts and my recommendations about this specific product. So I have talked about mushroom coffee, that we have tried it, we have tried the product rice coffee, maybe you have heard about it. It's gaining like popularity right now and it's all over the social media. They're doing a great marketing, I could say. The thing is that it's kind of pricey. It's pricey just to spend every month $60, like a small pack like that costs over there. And we thought maybe we can find something cheaper, something budget friendly, but still kind of the same. So we found two variations. I was looking for chicory root because I remember I've tried it in the past. My mom, my grandma used to drink that. It's strictly chicory root, it's not mushroom coffee. And whenever you add the powder of the chicory root to a boiling, whenever you add boiling water to the chicory root, it brews it and it tastes like coffee, like instant coffee. With some differences, yes, definitely, but it's not like dramatic, the difference, and you can still think that you are drinking coffee, but it's caffeine free, like no caffeine at all. It's also gluten free. It's called Anthony's Instant Chicory Root. There are different brands out there. We got it from Amazon and it's 100% chicory root. They are making it here in USA, specifically in California. It also says that chicory root, like here on the back, that it was really popular in France during 19th century, and it's a great coffee alternative if you are thinking to reduce coffee or to cut it off at all but substitute it with something else. This is completely caffeine free, easily 2 cups a day. It's completely safe to drink it, but always make your research and read about that stuff. Whenever I started drinking the mushroom coffee in general, doesn't mind the brand, and I felt that I am more focused, and I have told it in the one of the previous videos that I don't have that much of the crashes in the afternoon that I used to have when I used to drink coffee like in the morning, and then usually in the afternoon I would get a second cup. Yeah, I would get like these crashes when I would feel instantly tired, but I don't feel it currently. And this is another variation of mushroom coffee. This time it has all these mushrooms like reishi, chaga, lion's mane, turkey tail, maitake, and cordyceps. They're all like listed over here. Also, they add in this mushroom coffee coconut milk powder, I guess just to add some flavor to it and maybe make it softer, I don't know. The rice did not have anything else added, but this has. So I'm trying it out. It tastes like rice, it tastes very similarly, like, and to be honest, if I would compare these two, how they taste, I prefer the mushroom coffee rather than the chicory root right now, because the chicory root, I don't really know how to describe it. It's like the mushroom coffee is softer, but the chicory root, maybe it's more bitter, if you, especially if you don't add any milk. I guess they add the coconut powder here in case you don't want to add any milk in here, but I usually add. I make like a cappuccino every morning. And this coffee, it's not like in powder bulky all here, but they have them separated in like portions. I don't know, let's say you are going to your office and you want to take it with you and make your mushroom coffee there, you can do that. This is like easy, or when you're traveling, you can make this coffee in your hotel room. I assume, I don't know why I'm creating all these ideas, but this is it. We have been trying this for a week now. You have to try it for a long time. Maybe a month has to pass. With the rice coffee, we finished it within 2 weeks because it's two people and sometimes I've been drinking it twice a day. So it was done in 2 weeks and that's the only difference that I noticed. Less crashes in the afternoon. We have an Amazon package for another time and I'm really excited for this unboxing. It's going to be a home decor item and I've been researching it for a while now. So I decided to renew my curtains in the bedroom and in the living room. I guess I will just rip this apart. Ta-da! I don't know why one of them came into the Amazon package, but the second one just came like that. So, I don't know. I hope it's fine. My issue with the previous curtains was that they were very short. I love whenever the curtains like touch the floor and whenever you hang them really up so they are touching the floor as well. It creates this illusion that your room is more spacious. It adds up like more depth, I would guess, to the room. And my goal was this, to find long curtains out there, and I hope I was right with my measurements. Here it's just instructions how to clean them, so you can steam them, these curtains, you can iron them. I decided to get velvet curtains just because this material is shiny and it adds, I would say, more warmth to the room, like more softness rather than something else. Plus, I needed blackout curtains, definitely. This was non-negotiable, and they are. So this is how the blackout curtains look on the opposite side. They have to be like that. So I hope they are going to work, and I see that I'm supposed to hang them from here. There are like these rings over here, and I ordered, if I'm correct, just two, how to call it in English, two pieces of them, because they were wide enough. At least this is what I understood in the Amazon website. I went for the terracotta. What are you doing with your new curtains? Do you wash them in the washing machine before hanging them? Or you just use your steamer, maybe? I think a steamer is fine. I guess one or the other. And for the bedroom, I got a deeper brown. I would describe it something between, I don't know, burnt sienna, I guess, like something like that. Well, on the camera right now, it is shown to you more, maybe more realistic, because right now how I am looking at it, I'm in the shade and it's like greenish to me a little bit. I love it. I love again the fact that it's velvet, and this curtain has a difference. It has these pompons. This is so cute. It was very beautiful online. I hope it will look equally beautiful in reality. So okay, they have tunnels. So I will see. I hope it will be easy to hang them. They have these tunnels, and again I ordered two of them. I decided not go for the 4, but I went for the 2 with the hope that they are wide enough. But if they're not, I will just order 2 more. They were around $50 each. Like each set has 2. And I guess because it's velvet material and because of the width and the length, they cost a little bit more, but they were more, let's say, economical options on Amazon. I wanted to order them from Temu initially, and I found like identical ones there and cheaper, but it would take almost 2 months for them to arrive, and then I found the same ones on Amazon. So I guess they're getting it from the same store, from the same place, I don't know, abroad, but on Amazon it was available, like in a week they arrived. Maybe I will leave the new curtains at this level too, but ideally I would prefer if it was like maybe 15 centimeters more up. I don't know in inches, I'm sorry, but like slightly more up, not touching the ceiling, but slightly more up. So right now, yeah, I think you can see me. First of all, I need to take off the old curtains. So I'm unscrewing over here. I'm unscrewing here the bar, so it's easier to take off the old curtains. And hopefully I can put easily the new ones. This I will just throw it here on the couch. Oops, yeah, this can happen, but it's okay. It happens easily as that. The old curtains are gone. I have an option either to leave this thing over here, the bar, and try to hang the new curtains as they are over here, or I can unscrew this and put it here. And maybe I would prefer it more, but first of all I want to see how the new curtains are on this high. Why I can't remember how they are called, how this is called, like it's one, you don't call it one curtain, you call it somehow else, but okay. I was almost getting disappointed because I thought, oh, it's not enough, like 2 of them, but apparently it's enough because one of them is very wide. Okay, so as I see, I have 2 options. I know you don't see it from there. I will try to show you it after. So I have a thin tunnel and I have a wide tunnel for the bar. I guess it depends what type of bar do you have. And I think I can do it from the... Can I do it from the tiny one or no? Probably no. You know what? No, I cannot do it from there, but it's okay. I have the wide one. It is blackout. I wouldn't say that it's blackout 100%, but it feels like maybe it's like 90% blackout. But I already love, I know it's a little dark, I'm sorry. I already love the details. So I got a pencil and a measurement tape. How do you call it? A measurement tape? Or I'm like a silly person on every video. I really need to enrich my English vocabulary. I don't know how this is called. But anyway, I am planning to actually measure it evenly and try to hang the curtains slightly above than they are right now, because I want it to be on this level. I don't mind it, but I guess I could just leave them slightly up so they can still touch the floor and be cute, but not be messy like that, like somewhere like here. My plan is that I'm going to put this thing to the side over here so the curtain can actually slide until the side and cover the whole window. And also I'm going to put it up. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to see how much I want to put it up. So I am back. I am like in shock how long these tasks take. In general, the home projects. So I was unscrewing this part from here, and in the beginning I made a mistake and I put it here, and now I replaced it and put it here, and now I believe everything is fine. By measurements it looks okay. So now I'm going actually to put the curtain on. So I'm taking the bar, and it must be super easy, and I will put it in the tunnel over here, and I'm leaving like a part of the bar so I can still position it here on the edge. I'm trying to position it also over here in the middle, although it's a little tricky at times. Okay, I will adjust the curtain when I'm going to really fix the bar with the screwdriver over here, but I already like it. And it's instantly darker in the living room because it's actually a blackout curtain. The curtains open, but if I'm going to close them completely, you are going to see that it's completely dark. That means that they are actually blackout and no light is coming through. But I have a question right now. So here is the one part of the curtain, and right now I really pushed it to the side and I can do it even more, so you can see how much actually of the curtain right now is over there. Put one more here on this side and the other one on this side. Actually, they are both covering the window right now, the curtains completely, and I'm going to really open them wide like that, so everything is covered. Well, the only thing is here in the middle. Do you see that there is this tiny in the middle thing that is now it's more covered, and maybe at night it won't be a big deal. So here's the real color. Here is how they look like. I love the color, I love the shiny velvet texture. It looks rich, it looks warm enough, especially in the winter months when it's cold outside. You want like warm colors in your house. I am in the bedroom and I am about to put the new curtains here as well. Excited for this too, and this time I don't have to unscrew anything because my curtain bar is on the level that I want already, so I just have to replace it. Adds this relaxed vibe. Okay, the curtain is on the floor and who cares, something like that. Maybe it's too much, but I don't feel right now to like change the curtain bar level, and I believe it's very high already, so we'll leave it as it is right now. This is terracotta, I would say. You can see it's like more orange and it's shiny and velvet. I know right now it's very dark, but I really want to show you how they are actually covering the windows, and I am convinced that I have to order here too. I need to order 2 more because it's like almost covering the windows, and it's going to be annoying, I guess, at night if a slight light enters the room. At least I don't like it. It's fine, it's okay. I really didn't want to order more than I need, but now I realize that I have to order 2 more and then it's going to be perfect. Friends, I finally decided to use my light in order to be able to show you how beautiful these curtains are. So this is the next day and I'm looking at them and I am actually very happy that I got them. I don't have another window in this room, that's why the living room tends to look dark in my videos. That's why I have to really rethink how I'm using actually that I am not using the light that I should be using, and look how better this already looks like. I should have been filming yesterday with the light, but I don't know. I shouldn't be lazy the next time and just use it because I have it and it's a shame. So look at these pompons. I remembered how they're called. They're called pompons and they're just lovely. Also, I love that the curtain is just falling smoothly like that on the floor. It's not too long and it's definitely not short. And I'm thinking to remove this carpet altogether. I don't really enjoy the squared pattern over here. It's like a chess board. Maybe I will add something better. So we have a recipe finally in our vlogs and I'm excited to cook today something new. It's going to be chicken shawarma. This is how it's pronounced in English. In Russian, I know it's pronounced shawarma. I don't know how else it is pronounced in its originate form. I have a feeling shawarma is Middle Eastern dish. Correct me if I'm wrong. I actually had to maybe investigate it more before filming this, but okay. I just had some videos popping on my feed, chicken shawarma, and I'm like, I'm actually craving this. So it's something similar to a Greek gyro, with the main difference that the spices are different and that the pita is different. So for the shawarma, I am going to use a lavash bread or lavash pita. It is very thin, very thin. It's like tortilla, maybe, but it has a different taste completely than the tortilla, because the tortillas, they are from wheat, but they are also corn tortillas, and it's big. This is like the characteristic of lavash. It's usually like big, and sometimes it's even bigger than this, but this is what I found at the grocery store. And I believe for one portion this time I'm going to use a whole pita like this. I'm not going to cut it, so it's going to be a big one. But this is going to be our dinner. Unfortunately, for some reason I tend to skip my lunch whenever I am by myself, when my husband is in the office. I don't know, I just eat a snack after breakfast and I forget to eat lunch. This is bad. So I tend to eat like dinner and skipping lunch. This is anyway, I have some chicken breasts and tenders, or chicken breast tenders. So we have some chicken. This is the important part. I'm going to use one onion that I'm going to put like fresh in the shawarma, and I'm going to prepare a marinade. So my base is going to be Greek yogurt without any flavor. I like to use sriracha recently in many sauces, in many dishes that I make. A classic one is just eggs for breakfast with sriracha. It's good in a sandwich and in marinades. It's actually a cool thing with some yogurt or with some mayo, so you can create your spiced mayonnaise. The recipes I noticed online, they have something pickled: cabbage, onions. I'm going to use jalapenos for like some sort of spice, and I'm going to use just a little bit of the tomato paste that I have for the marinade. And a main like spice is cumin. I do not have coriander, which is actually listed in many recipes, but I believe cumin will do well. And I'm going to use different recipes like onion salt. This already has garlic powder, onion powder. It has kosher salt, green onion, and dried chives. I'm actually curious to try chives, but in their fresh form. I know that on eggs they are actually great. And just some pepper. And I'm not going to use more salt than here, just to not make it extremely salty. Plus sriracha already has salt, and the jalapenos are going to be salty. I'm not sure. I wish I could ask you like real time right now if I should use turmeric or no. I know it will make my chicken look yellow. I'm not sure if there is like a need for turmeric. And as something fresh, I'm going to add, besides the onions, some baby tomatoes chopped, and some mixed greens in the very end. So wish me good luck, and let's get started. Friends, thank you so much that you stayed with me until this moment. You know what to do. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Share in the comments your thoughts about whatever we discussed in this video, and of course, if you have the hype option, please use it. If you are on your mobile YouTube app, it helps me a lot to promote my channel further out, and we will see each other next week. Bye bye.